go. So first you see that the Windows installer is pretty much the same as the Windows 10 installer. So we're going to go through that real quickly. We'll hit next and install now, just like Windows 10 did. And we see that we don't have a code, so we're going to just skip the code. And here you see that we have Windows Home, Windows Professional, Windows NT, Windows Enterprise. For Windows 11 as well, so that hasn't changed from Windows 10. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Windows 11 Pro because I have Windows 10 Pro. I figure why not? And we're going to go and click down a little bit so you can see that the other versions are available for your choice. And we'll pick, like I said, Windows 11 Pro, and we'll go from there. So now we have the typical upgrade or install questions. We're going to do a fresh install, so I'm going to pick the second option. My hard drive has been since formatted, so there's nothing for me to do with the hard drive. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll refresh the drive one time, and then I'll go ahead and click the next button and move on with the installation. Okay, now it's going to copy over the files. I've fast forwarded this part to save time. It took roughly about 20 minutes for it to complete on a dual core processor. So anything faster than that would probably be half the time of doing that. So now we're going to go ahead and restart it. And here we have the first Windows 11 logo screen. You see the Windows has changed the way they look from the Windows 10 version. And now we have the Windows setup screen. As you can see, the colors are a lot more vibrant than in Windows 10, and there's some rounded edges now instead of the corners that Windows is synonymous for. So that's a nice touch. I'm not going to go ahead and change my options here. I'm going to just leave them as the default settings of where they're highlighted, just for time's sakes. And so I'll leave it on US, and I'll hit next. And then what's going to happen, it'll take me to the next screen, which is going to ask me the keyboard layout. If you have multiple keyboards, you can change that here at this time. If not, just go to the next. And now it's going to check for options. Now this screen that's coming up in a second will show you how to organize your stuff. So here you have two options. I'm going to pick the very top option. It's a setup screen, and I'm going to just create a pen to get into Windows. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. I choose to because I had a pen on my Windows 10 system, so I might as well keep it the same. Reminder that this is a junk computer that I have. I wouldn't attempt to do this on one of my live computers that I have, just because it's a leaked version of Windows 11. So caution to you if you're going to try to install this thing. And now we're saying welcome back, and I've wiped out my name on there because I don't want people to know who I am on the internet as of yet. And here you have two options. You can restore from another desktop all your settings from Windows 10, carry it over, or you can start a fresh setup. So we're going to do the latter choice of a fresh setup, and we're going to go ahead and click next on that. And now what it's going to do is going to ask me your typical questions. If you want your location on, all that kind of stuff. You can choose to skip this and do it later, or you can do it here on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and just click next for the training purposes of doing this. You can toggle it on and off as well, whatever you want to do. All right, so now this is where you can customize your experience on the install screen. So you can choose what you want Windows to kind of advertise to you while you're running Windows, right? Suggestions and stuff like that. So you can set up right there. I'm just going to put those two just for time's sake, and we'll continue on with the installation. Okay, now you can choose again OneDrive to save your stuff, or to your local drive. I always choose the local drive. I've never used OneDrive, so I'm going to keep that the same as well. And here we go. Now we're going to do a little finishing touches, and they're going to get us ready. And now you notice that there's a new splash screen in behind. Kind of cool, right? Little translucent blue. Looks really nice. They really cleaned it up from Windows 10. I really enjoy that screen. And again, power of editing gets me to the main screen. So this is your first look at the new Windows 11 desktop. As you can see, the start button is now centered in the middle with the taskbar buttons. You can also choose to put it back to the left if you don't like the new screen the way it is, but I enjoy seeing these kind of subtle changes. And as you notice that the desktop screen looks beautiful, radiant blue. It all kind of matches together on the actual desktop. It looks really nice. They did a great job in presenting this new desktop. And the world of tiles that we've had in Windows 10 and Windows 8, a thing of the past. No more tiles, which is nice. I really enjoyed that, that they took that out. That was kind of a pain, but I'm glad that they listened to reviews and feedback from Windows 10. So kudos to Windows, to Microsoft. So next thing is, again, it's not a finished product, so the screen isn't hovering above the taskbar. I'm sure when it's released, it will be. And then one of the cool features here is your screen snapping. Right now, you have a visual aid to snap your screen into the corners, into the middle, what have you. In Windows 10, you were able to do that with the Windows key plus your arrow keys, right? As I'm demonstrating right now. This visual effect will help those people that didn't know you could even do that, and it's going to come quite in handy for those that have larger screens as well. So I'm sure you're going to really enjoy that aspect of the screen snapping. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.